Okay, so we've got some bigger books now. So this is Colour It, It's Their Calming Doodles, Volume 1. The very lovely Floribunda, and I'm ashamed to say I bought that in a shop in Sydney, and you know, I just sort of kept it on the shelf, and it's one of the most beautiful colouring books going. Really, really lovely. Now this is one of those like art kits that you buy. Really just bought it for, you know, experimental with the paper and whatnot. I like to test out different things and see what legs and whatnot. These are some lovely books by Pictura, and they're giant books, and they've got lovely images on them with different themes. So this one is the William Morris wallpaper patterns. This one is the Art Deco one. Oops. And this one is the travel one. And then we have the botanicals one. And they're all gorgeous. Now, this one is called Hidden Jungle. And this girl, Sarah Musio, she's produced quite a few colouring books since Hidden in the Jungle. This is a giant colouring pad. It's really huge. And it weighs an absolute ton. It's full of intricate images. She's got a lot of colouring books, and they're really well done. Now, I got that Travelogue one twice. One I got a bit cheaper because it was a bit damaged. It must have been the other one. Here's Possible Worlds by another Australian artist, and these are posters. And it's sort of like all the possible worlds that you could create. They're really interesting. Let me just pull one out. And they're huge, and they're, you know, folded over posters. So you can see how intricate they are. And of course really difficult to film because they are so big. Okay. And just bear with me because today we changed the setup for the video, the desk, the lights, you name it. We changed it all, and so I'm not really used to the setup at the moment. So this is Chubby Mermaid. It's Deborah Muller, and she has her own store where she sells her handmade colouring books, and they've got that real handmade feel to them. And she also illustrates for the Posh brand, so you'd be familiar with her work if you're familiar with Posh. And this is another one by Deborah, and it's Burlesque Mermaid, and they're super cute and super quirky. Okay, now I thought I bought two of those Dream Woods ones from Evelyn, and I did. There's the second one. So I've got lots of duplicates here. Well, I've got about 10 duplicates really for colouring books. This is just like a desk pad colouring book. I've also got a planner and calendar from this same brand, and I like it because it's super pretty and pastel-y. Now these three are by Australian artist Neril Craven, and it's the PERCY colouring books. So there's Percy and the Mystic Island, Percy and the Colouring Wonderland. These are the artist editions, and Percy and the Colouring Adventure, and they're super beautiful and really well made. Here's some more from Colour It, and I really like their books. They're spiral bound. They've got really bold printing on them, so if your eyesight's not the best like mine, you'll certainly appreciate that. And so I've got two of those, and I've coloured you know, some of them in, and they're lots of fun just to relax with. Here's Colour Quest, and it's got some geometric designs on it, so they're you can't actually see them. They're so grey and faint that you can't see them on camera. This is a French company. It's called Oh My, and they make a range of colouring products. This is their placemat setting, and this is based on the cities. They've got different themes for different types of colouring products. So this one's got Paris, London, New York, Rio, Tokyo and Barcelona in it, and they're super cute, great things to colour in. Personally, I'd colour them in and then laminate them, and you could use them as placemats for the whole family. Let's get some more. move some aside and make room for others. Whoops, shelving collapse. So colour your cocktails if you want to have cocktails and colouring at the same time. This is a super cute little book. It's called the Curious Colouring Book. I sort of bought that on a whim, and it's got some great little images in it. I think this book, you know, really deserves a lot more attention than it gets. It's based on record album sleeves, and although I find the images not so cutesy, because I like my bunnies and kitties, I do appreciate the artwork, and it's really, really beautiful. Inky Galaxy by Helen Elston. She's got about 10 colouring books. She's a very prolific artist, and they all come with the Inky brand. Day at the Beach by Squidoodle, and full of beachy type doodles. Stress Relieving Animal Designs from Bluestone. The Waterhole, which is based Graham Bass, again another Australian artist. He's a children's book illustrator, and he wrote a book called The Waterhole, and this is the complimentary colouring book. So I would also have a look at The Waterhole, the children's book, so you can get an idea of the imagery if you're not familiar with the Australian animals, etc. This is a lovely book designed for seniors and beginners. It's got some large spaces in it. This one is absolutely gorgeous, full of gorgeous cat pictures, like a grayscale type look to them. They're gorgeous. So we've got some sweary books, so we'll just put that out. And some sassy books. We've got some swirly books. And we've got some witchy books. Got some lovely flowers from Christine Aldridge. And beautiful little tea party book. And let's get some more. So we're back. I've got another cup of tea. This is my third one. I think my voice is going to go. This is Island Escapes, and it's one of the few colouring books that I've got where it is actually suitable for wet mediums. So usually most colouring books aren't really suitable for your alcohol markers or your watercolours and whatnot, but this one's specially designed, and she's got a couple of colouring books that have that feature. Now this is a cute little colouring book. It's called Follow Your Dreams. Then we've got this one, Doodle Designs. Got a cute little Pictura fold out enchanted forest there. And another one on fairies, and these all sort of fold out, and they're quite big. Claire Scully. Some more Japanese colouring books. This one's still in its packet. And I've made a mistake with the ordering again. I've got two of the Mummy and Me, and they're colouring books specially designed to share in colour with a child. So super cute, and same with this one, colouring book for two. And let's colour together. Then I've got the Faber-Castell Magical Cities, where they have an arrangement with Lizzie and Mary Cullen, and they've produced a colouring book based on her Magical City book. So let's move aside and have a look at this small colouring book. It's on fashion, and we've got some Doodle Design Wildflowers, Doodle Design Rural, Wildlife and Country, so a little selection of those there. The Serenity Artist Edition, Believe, Tanglewood, Decorative Designs, the Gold Collection, Fabulous Flowers, and Flower Mandalas. Also got some other cute little things. I'm running out of steam. This is a mandala jigsaw puzzle, and this was so expensive for me because they wouldn't ship to Australia, so everyone that stocked this particular jigsaw puzzle that I had to have Wouldn't ship to Australia, so I had to get a US postal address and then pay sort of double shipping, really. It took a long time to get here, and of course as soon as it arrived, it was in that period where I've been you know, super ill, and like most of this stack, and of course I haven't been able to play with it. And then we've got just a 500 piece jigsaw puzzle that you can colour in, and you know, they're great fun and good to have around, you know, colour it in, play with it, it's all good. Now I've got a cylinder here that I'm going to just crack open. Oops. And this is a decal that you colour in and you can stick on the wall, so you can colour it in Sharpies or Bics or whatever. You've got a range of designs and you can colour it in, pop it on the window or whatnot, and that's from Colour Me Decal for memory. And again, super cute. It's always nice to have different things, I think, you know, to have journals and diaries and not just have colouring books, you know. It's always good to have something different. So let's get a new stack and have another squiz. So before I go and get the new stack, here's something else different I wanted to show you. These are some little sneakers. I bought them for $5 at Kmart, and in case anyone thinks that no one can have small feet like that and actually fit in them, my feet fit perfectly fine in there. I have really tiny feet, so they're a size 5, and they were $5. Now I got them because there we go. I got them because Sharpie have made fabric markers, and that's what these ones are. They're called Stained, and they're by Sharpie, so you can colour in on fabric with them. So I thought that'd be a super cool little project to do, colour them in with my Sharpie fabric markers, and I'll have some cute little sneakers as well to wear around the house. So super cute little $5 project. Let me go get some more books. Okay, I'm going to push these ones aside, and luckily we changed tables today because this table that we found, the neighbour was throwing it out, is just perfect for putting heaps and heaps of colouring books on. So, although it does have a few little scratches, which hubby said he would fix for me. So let's have a look at some of these little cutie pies. And I'm back, and this is Colour Me Jane. It's obviously about Jane Austen, and I love Jane Austen. Like this one so much, I accidentally bought it twice as well, with my usual trick of adding it to the cart and then buying it later. Here's a cute book. It's really different. It's colouring with your octopus, and it's really long, horizontal, and it's got some gorgeous pictures in there, and they're really sort of intricate and really very different. It's a really different colouring book, and I've seen some pictures from this book coloured in, and they're fabulous. I'm just going to move that cup of tea because I see a disaster afoot if I don't. So let's have a look at something else. So here's a lovely Japanese colouring book, and super cute. And let me move those books out of the way. And let's have a look at that one. And it's got some cute images in there. And here we have some goddesses, another Japanese colouring book, another Japanese colouring book, Alice in Wonderland, Japanese colouring book, another one from Japan. This one is called The Magical Thinking. I'm actually disappointed in this one. I bought it from a Japanese bookshop, and it wasn't, look, I do like the illustrations, but then I realised that they were all Shutterstock images and they weren't hand-drawn art, so I always value hand-drawn art more. It's not to say that the pictures aren't pretty, they are very pretty. I just wish I'd known that it wasn't hand-drawn. This one's gorgeous, and I feel really ashamed of myself that I haven't reviewed this, but you know, I can only do what I can do. These ones I got from Norway, and so I can't wait to show you those. This one you just seen a minute ago because, yes, you guessed it, I ordered it twice because I forgot I already had it. This one is super cute and full of super cute cats. I'm going to have to move this one up the queue because it's gorgeous. And of course, Cinderella again, another Japanese colouring book. Let's clear this aside and have a look at a few more. Okay, so here's some Faber-Castell postcards. You get 60 in there, and always good, you know, to colour in, and you know, hey, you might even want to use them and send them to somebody. Now, we had those three little books before, or 4 little books, and I did say they came in a little box, and this is the little box, and here's a couple more that belong in that little box set. So I'm going to have to figure those out and put them in their right order. Now, what's this? This is some art based on Sydney, so Colour Me art, just a little thing. I must have bought it somewhere, can't remember. This is another one from Meg Cowley. We've seen her Book of Calm before, and this is a little notebook, and as we all know, I love notebooks. And this one, the proceeds go to support the World Land Trust, so part of the money goes towards World Land Trust, so really good cause there as well. What else have we got over here? Oh, so these are gorgeous Pretty Birds postcards, and there's 25 little postcards to colour in there. Absolutely gorgeous, cute as. More postcard books because, you know, I love them. And remember, we seen the big cat colouring book, and I was sure I had the postcards. Well, there they are. I'm not mad. And from that same publishers, they also produced this one. It's called Under the Sea, and that's available in a large colouring book as well. I'm not too keen on ocean themes, you know, to be honest, just between you and me. Don't tell anyone, but I can't swim. So I like my stuff on the land. Of course, we've got more Alice in Wonderland. And did you just hear the spine crack? Oh man. So the postcards are going to come out really easily out of that one now because the spine just cracked when I opened it for you. Of course, the beautiful colouring book, postcard book, Dagdrama. So this is the Swedish one. So gorgeous. I thought I'd practice on the postcards before I went to the full book. And here is just a nice little book of patterns. And you know, these books that are just simple compared to the other ones, they're good just to relax with and unwind. Not everything has to be fancy bunnies. You know, this is One Zentangle a Day. So this is actually a technique book rather than a colouring book. And same with this one, so I'll put those aside. They don't live here. Oh, and that one's a sweary one. That's naughty. So very naughty colouring book. Naughty colouring books, sweary ones. So I'll put them aside. This is part 2 of Seniors and Beginners. It's another colouring book produced specifically for people that aren't very confident colouring, and I would class myself in one of those. And also, you know, if you want larger spaces, maybe you've got arthritis or something like that, then especially designed for you. This one is 50 Shades of Fun, and it's not that sort of 50 Shades, so don't think anything naughty. And it's got some great little images in that one. A cute little kawaii colouring book, Shades of Kawaii, filled with gorgeous little images. And this one, My Heart is Like a Singing Bird. You know how sometimes you buy a cheap colouring book and it's one that you really, really like? And that's the case with this one. I wanted it, couldn't find it in the shops, and then Mother's Day came around and it was actually at the supermarket for like $5. So I was super happy to get that one. Let's go get some more. Okay, I need a sip of tea before I progress too much further. So this is green tea. Okay, lubricated the voice, and it's time to go. So this is from Crayola, and it's Whimsical Escapes. Of course I bought it because it's got the cat on the cover. You know I like my cats. We've got collage art from the Escape series. That's a really beautiful book. The Calm colouring book. This is a lovely German colouring book for memory. It's got super pretty little birds and whatnot in it. So it's a very pretty little book, and I can't wait to show it to you. This is from a New Zealand artist, and I think it's the first New Zealand colouring book that I've got for memory. You know, maybe I've got others, who knows. This is called Off the Bookshelf, and it's got all sorts of strange assortment of little patterns and whatnot in it, all sort of weird and wonderful. Another German colouring book. And it's got some great little illustrations in there. These ones are designed to frame, so hopefully they're on better paper. It's still sealed, so I'll show you that one later. And another Japanese colouring book, another Japanese colouring book. You guessed it, another Japanese colouring book from Japan, colouring book from Japan. And then there's this one. Now I can't remember where I got this one from at the moment, but I'll remember when I do the review and write it up. There's this other lovely one. It's quite a nice size book, and I think these are framed pictures to colour in. Alice in Wonderland, of course, Japanese. Some from Creative Haven. And I love these chalkboard art style ones with the black on the back. It's really nice. Wizard of Oz. Love it almost as much as Alice in Wonderland. There's this cute little book. It's Dutch. It's really, really cute. Very cute. Secret Village is sort of intricate and lovely little patterns in that one. Let's get some more. Okay, Secret Village, move away, and let's get into these ones. So what have we got here? Doodle Anonymous, the epic colouring book. And so lots of doodly type designs in that one. This is Wonderland by Amelie Shen, and you know, sometimes I have a book and it's just sort of cursed. I video it numerous times and it never works out. This one I've videoed that many times and it just never works out, and it's absolutely beautiful. You can guess what it's about. Alice in Wonderland, of course. This is one from Mary Engelbrett. Whoops, got a stack that's about to collapse over here. Sorry about that. Collapsing colouring books everywhere. And so this is full of super cute whimsical pictures. Now in the US, you guys are familiar with this lady, and she's sort of really well known. She's not in Australia, so you guys would know more about her than I would. This is another technique book. It's called Creative Techniques, and they show you some things and they give you some pages to practice on. To be honest, you know, I'm not a big fan of this book. And I'll tell you why when I review it. So this is Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, just some magazine style colouring books. This is a Goddesses one, and it was super cheap, this book. It was like $3 from Amazon, and the images are double-sided, so good one for your pencils. This is Janine Morrison, and she does some lovely patterns and whatnot. She's got a really distinctive style. Happy Snacks to colour in, so something food. This is like a magazine type colouring book. Oh, naughty, swearing. Amish Quilts. And again, you know, these are nifty, and if you're into quilting and crafting, You might enjoy that one. Steampunk Devices, another one from Creative Haven. This is from English Country Garden. It's a notebook. This is Joanna Penn that has the podcast on writing, and this is her father's artwork that they've grayscaled and put into a notebook. Steampunk Fashions, Midnight Garden, and again it's got those black backgrounds on it. This is Stargazer Space, Alice in Wonderland. It's just a pretty basic one. Chalk style botanicals, and you know, some nice images in those ones. Chalk style Good Times. The Art of Percy Billinghurst, and so these are some pictures that are vintage and have been made into colouring books. Another one from Helen Elliston. Some Space Dreams for us, and some groovy 70s. This is a cute little colouring book. It's called Kingdom, and it's got some nice little illustrations in there. They're very cutesy. Sisterhood, Whimsical World, Nature Mandalas, and a space-themed one from Creative Haven. And of course Grumpy Cat, I'm a huge fan. And beautiful flower arrangements, and some Japanese artwork colouring book. Let's get some more. So the first one is a naughty one, so I'm just going to put that like that, and I'm going to move my cup of tea before this stack goes everywhere. And I'm going to have to pause this while we realign this colouring book shambles. So we've got a couple of sweary ones, so I'm just going to put them like that. And Carly Sue's adult colouring book. Another patchwork quilting one. Some more by Lacey Macklow. The Tula Pink colouring book. Lacy Sunshine. This is a sort of different book with words to inspire you and whatnot. Watercolour colouring book. The Santa Claus colouring book by the same illustrator as the Fairies colouring book. Another German colouring book. Some cute little tiny towns colouring book. This is from an Australian artist. It's all Zentangle type drawings. Another German colouring book, Beauty and the Beast, Dream Cities, and Time for Another Stack. And, you know, that's why I keep moving, is because these books weigh a ton, and I really can't carry too many at once, so I have to just do about 20 at a time and then go and get another stack. So I'll be back in a second. And it's time for another drink of tea. And let's go. So we've got colour your own movie posters, and I really love the concept of that, being able to colour posters that you might remember. Let me just move those ones out of the way so you can get a better view. So we've got colour your own movie posters. This is just a cheap one from the shop. It's Art Therapy, and you know, good to practice with, good to relax with. It's not high-end art, but it is fun. This is like a street art colouring book. It's the Calais Alliance. Here's some beautiful prints, creatures great and small, and they've got detail about each of the little animals, and that cover is all foil. That's why it's reflecting like it's going out of fashion. The Ultimate Colouring Book Treasury, so it's nice and spiral bound and packed full of illustrations to colour in. This is On Safari. Another couple of little magazines here. I'll just put those there. Pampered Pets by Marjorie Sarnat. Super cute. I love my Pampered Pets. Fantastic Structures by Steve McDonald. Painterly Days. Now this is another one that's got watercolour paper, so you can use whatever you want on there. Grimm's Fairy Tales. I can't believe I haven't reviewed that one yet. Here's some lovely ones from independent artists, and they're on lighthouses and I can't remember what the other one is, but I got them from Etsy. A year of colour, so going through the whole year. Here's a really nicely detailed one called Secrets Beneath the Leaves. This is a lovely one from a Canadian artist called Soul Prints and Colour Your Heart Happy. Let's get a few more. Now thankfully we're on the final stretch here, just in case you're wondering if this is ever going to end. So we don't have that many to go through. So we've got the FOODIE'S colouring book, Doodle Invasion, Colour Me Crazy. This one is by the girl that does the pin-ups that you might have seen before, and she does these amazing mandalas. They're just beautiful. I'm just going to move some of these books. Because at the moment we have, you know, an invitation to another big pile up. The Who's Who Directory of Artists in 2016, Day of the Dead by Rick St. Dennis and Volume 2, Inky Garden from Helen Ellison, another cute one from Rick St. Dennis. It's Alice in Wonderland. Of course I had to have it, but it's super tiny. This is Carnival from Rick St. Dennis. Another one, Kaisercraft make these. In Australia, they're probably available overseas under a different name. Dreamcatcher. Another one from Kaisercraft. A couple of little magazines here. So Colour Me Happy and Colour Your World. Another art therapy one. Colour Your Own Van Gogh. Some more arty style ones of impressionist colouring books. This one's super cute. It's the Scandinavian colouring book. It's got lots of folksy, cutesy prints in it, and when you see them coloured, they look fabulous. The 60s colouring book, and you know, lots of 60s imagery there, and just a cute little magazine. Now I'm just going to pause the video and clear some of these books away before we get on to the last instalment of my colouring book collection. Okay, so the good news is we're in the final stretch. Not counting pre-orders and books that are on their way to me from publishers, etc. This is the last stack. So thank you for sticking around with me. I've had 3 cups of tea to get through this. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting really tired of looking at my colouring books, oddly enough. So we've got some more by Rick St. Dennis, The Broken Art of Joe's Ink, some mermaids, another talented Australian fantasy artist, Selena Finneck, and we've got quite a few from her that I haven't got to as yet. We got fairies of all types, mermaids and goths, all types of fantasy stuff in this particular pile that I've picked up. So this must be my mermaid pile. And angels, fairies, and more fairies, and more fantasies, and more fairies, and more fairies, and more fairies, and more fairies. Okay, let's switch gears. This is the Pepin Artists collection. It's the 1960s patterns, and these are really, really faint. To be honest, if I'd known the line art was as faint as it is in the book, to just show you, I wouldn't have bought it because my eyesight's really not that good. I'm going to have to use the magnifying lamp for that one. So these are fantastic collections from Steve McDonald. Another lovely colouring book from Germany. Another Marjorie Sarnat, Fanciful Fashions. Minka's Journey with a cat, and Bennett Klein, Colour My Sketchbook too. Now I do have some other colouring stuff sort of lying around, like desk calendars and wall calendars and little journals and whatnot. But you know, I think you've seen enough colouring books for one day. And of course I do have those 100 other colouring books that I bought as gifts for friends. So I've got a bit of a PS. I was about to finish the filming and I realised I had a few sort of laying around in the kitchen, and I leave things all over the house, so there's probably some, you know, in other rooms that I've forgotten about. But I thought I'll finish up with the ones that I found in the kitchen and also the deliveries that I got this week. So we've got Colour by Numbers mandalas. Just a little handbag size book. I bought that when I was on holidays to colour in the car. Another book from Evelyn Illustrations. This is a cute little Japanese book I just got from the publisher this week. This is my cute little book on guinea pigs. Super cute. Huge fan of Sagalik, the fairy tale book from Emily Oberg. Love that. It's a little set of postcards. Little set of postcards from Maria Troll. More from Emily. This nifty mandala book from a Finnish artist. And this cute little book, I've been wondering what it was about for a long time, so I finally bought it. Insect book from a Swedish artist, but that one's also available from English sites. This lady doesn't really need any introduction. This is gorgeous. This is by a Swedish textile designer. Absolutely gorgeous. Maria Troll's latest colouring book, Vivi's Looking for a Friend. Another one from Sweden. And another lovely book from Sweden as well. So that's it. As at the 18th of November, that's the colouring collection, or at least the things that I can find in my office. I'm sure I have other things laying around, but these are the main parts of it. Until next time, happy colouring.